Welcome to today's new pottery video. Today, you're not going to see my face because I have not figured it out yet to make it look clean like how I used to got it. But in the meantime, I'm going to tell you a little bit about what you're going to see today. Today, on today's episode, we got me going in to make some glazes. I had a good time talking with and this older gentleman who's sort of a mentor to me. So I got to help him make some glazes, and that was fun. And after that, I had a big breakthrough with moving things. And I finally have space to put stuff around my house, which is like, thank goodness. And I finally started moving them into the last room that I'm going to be having for all of the tree forms. And so I don't think I need any more space than that, so that's exciting. And then during today's video, I talked about some new ideas that I have. And I hope you guys enjoy watching today's video. Thanks. See you guys around. Peace. Hello. Good morning. It's me. Today, I don't really know what's going to be going on. It's going to be a little bit random today. I feel like I was asked to mix some glaze at a place, so I'm gonna go down there and mix some glaze. But I hope that I can get in contact with this one individual, just because I've been trying to get in contact with them for the last couple days and just hasn't been working out. I lost their phone number, so I hope I can find that today. And if not, I'll just be cleaning my. I got to get my studio freaking cleaned up, yo. It's a tragedy down there. So. Alright, I'll see you guys in a little bit, but good morning, and I hope you guys have a great start to your day or end of your day whenever you're watching this, right? Alright, peace. See you in a second. Hello everybody, it's me. I just wanted to show you my progress right now. It's going to be a little bit messy, but I got all the pots here. Why is it so, is there any way I can... Hold on one second. I gotta get some more light in this place. Okay. So, maybe this will be better. Okay. So we got pottery underneath. I got this, one of my buddy's eggs. It's like you're walking through this like mystical forest. You see his like perfect egg on the inside, but I don't know, I just really like his work. You got all the stuff in the back there, all this stuff. You got all this, you can't even see. This is all pots, right? It's like they're like cups, but it looks kind of just like an abyss, like a hole, right? Kind of cool. Pottery on this. I think I really like this sort of thing. It's like a cup holder because the drips on the bottom can't sit flat. Got a lot of really, and this one's a double walled thing with a hole on the inside. And it's, it's hollow on it throughout that. That's like really, I really like that. Almost just broke a bunch of shit. We good? We got pottery there. We got pottery, 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 and finally I cleaned out the boxes. So now we have there we go. Now we have this stuff. What is on my camera? Is there bugs on there? Interesting. Looks like there's a dark spot. But finally starting to move them into this room. And so soon, I think I'll be able to fit the rest of them once I move all this stuff out. Right? I think I'll be able to fit all the rest of the pots in that room. So I've just been moving shit. I gotta clean up later, but I've just been moving stuff to make room so I just needed to get rid of the boxes so I can make more room downstairs. And so, yeah, now I'm off to Lowe's or something to get some wood cut. But I don't know, maybe it's too late to get wood cut. So I'm a little nervous, but all right, I'll see you guys in a little bit. Peace. Hello, everybody. It's me. I'm back again with you guys today. I finally got some more shelves, which I'm pretty excited about that, actually. I think that's probably like the thing that I'm most excited about today is like, although I cleaned up that whole area and it looks all nice and spiffy now. Well, that's definitely not spiffy, but it just, like, now I can start clearing out this room. That's huge, right? But I have these, I got these carts from a liquidation company, and they forgot to give me 3 of the shelves. And today I went to Lowe's, and I was just like, oh, well, I did the measurements of it, and they were perfectly 2 feet by 4 feet, right? So I just set I could just get the actual size of the shelves. I didn't have to cut nothing. And so it's kind of like a really lucky moment for me to be able to do that. Just because, man, having those 3 extra shelves really changes how open I think I can make this space. I don't know, we might be able to start streaming sooner than what I thought, which would be like really big. It'd be cool. I could do like long-term streaming or long hour streaming things in here. That's all I need to do is save up enough for 2 more cameras. Save up for 2 more cameras, a couple more lights, some more green screens, and a computer, and then I can start streaming. So literally everything. Oh my gosh. But that's really, I think that's would be a good goal to have. Before the end of before like my 1,000 tree form projects is done. I think that's gonna be the biggest thing, is what's next. I think as long as I get my 3 done every day, I feel pretty good. But you can't let that be enough, right? There's always more. There's always something else that you can be working on. And so allow that to happen for you guys as well, because I'm looking forward to some of these different outlets. You never know like what's going to start working. Or well, okay. I'm going to start with that next pull here. Yeah, we're going to leave a little bit more clay than what we would normally leave on the bottom. And then we're slowly taking our finger, moving it above, right? Probably got another pole in this too, guys. Like what I'm thinking about right now is the bottom is thick, and I still can do probably another, it's not that thick, but it's thick. Thicker than the top, definitely. I've always heard that if you compress this rim, it can help with your pulls. I don't even need a pull all the way up. Well, we'll leave that out and we'll color after, right? So I'm going to do a pull as much as I can off this bottom. Collar from there, right? Look how thin it is on that bottom part. Open this up a little bit more. Okay, now we're ready. Get some of the water out of that center there. And I've been having good, luck with doing them kind of slow through these moments. Sometimes I go a little bit too fast, but other times, I'm good. I also just want to make sure I'm going up at first here. Now, get ready to start that twist. It's a low twist. Whoa. This one's weird. I like it. A while ago I used to get a couple of these low twisters that kind of bleed up into the top part. I also cut my hands a whole bunch today from moving all those pots. Some of them were not. Oh, this pot wants to fall. You guys see it? See if we can catch it if we keep going. You guys see it now though, right? Oh, there it goes. Right. And if you didn't see it, that's okay, right? But that's like what I'm saying is like, even though the wheel is spinning, it's almost like I feel that, like that movement of it wanting to tip, right? Like I literally, it's like I feel it, right? That's not to say like I'm a master of clay, but you're at the base, you're at the starting line when you can at least feel the thing you're interacting with, right? When what you're doing isn't just random or like some banal process, right? You actually like feel it, right? That's the real magic there. Look, and we got enough of that we can use a wire tool on this bottom part here. I think this is gonna look sick, guys. So we're gonna start, I'm gonna go pretty wide on these ones. I guess we have to. And I did pretty good on the roots or the grass, whatever you guys want to call this stuff. Also making sure we kind of go up taller. When I was moving some of those today, there's one I did a while back
that was just really tall. And I was interacting with that one specifically, right? Like, it felt like an object. I was also thinking about what I should do with these, right? I always think, well, my plan is I'm going to get a scanner and scan them, right? So that's still a plan. But what am I going to do with the scans? That's more of the question to be solved here, you know? Like, part of me was like, make just a digital gallery, right? Of my own pots, right? Like, and then I had the idea of like, what if, well, I'm really going to do this, is the blowing up the trees to like the size of you, and then like make a virtual reality thing, like walking through all the pottery stuff, right? And I was convinced that would be like a nice thing to do, right? But then I'm also thinking like, what if I make a game, and it's like maybe you're swinging through the trees, you know, like Spider-Man or something. Oh yeah, here you guys go. I didn't even show you guys. There it is. There's one. You know, so like, I have a bunch of options of what I can do here. I just need to kind of figure out what it is I'm gonna set my heart on. But then I kept getting the idea, like, you know, I had this idea that these are just like one parts, right? And they have like these tree forms, and they have a base that's roughly the size of the wheel, right? And they'll have other stuff on each of those, and so it's almost like a little tile, right? And like, think maybe like I don't know if you guys have ever played Pokemon, but like, you know, when you get into battle and you're in that arena, think like each of those is like a little arena, right? And so I'm gonna have like I'm gonna make some smaller trees, and every single arena is gonna be a little bit different, right? And so then I'm thinking like, oh wow, like, what if I do make a game kind of like Pokemon, and it's all about like, and I make like beasts, thrown animals, right? Or thrown monsters, and I make 1,000 different ones, and like, maybe it's a game where you just play it all the way through once, right? It's not like a procedurally generated, you'll hit all 1,000, and then that's the game, right? I feel like there's so many games nowadays that are trying to do this like never ending, and all the games feel empty. But like, if I give high realization to 1,000 individual tiles, right? And you have like 1,000 battles, right? That's all gonna be, still, I guarantee some people will finish it in like a couple hours, but it has the potential to be really sick because it's all focusing about the first playthrough. After that, like, replayability, I don't really care, right? Where the other games kind of are like replayable, and they don't really have a purpose or like a defined goal through the objects. But since I have 1,000, maybe the goal should be like, and then that's the way I get people to look at my objects, right? Is if they get invested in completing the game, you know, they'll vicariously just see every single one of the pots I threw, you know. I was thinking that these shorts would be that, and in a video, but now I'm starting to understand that maybe that's not the case, right? And so if I get this 3D scanner, it'd be kind of cool to see if I can even get a good scan. Maybe it is just the elements of it, and then I edit them digitally, right? Maybe that would be the whole thing, right? Like, I have all these trees now. Maybe I make a bunch of little houses, some castle walls, and I make scans of these 3D, and I literally make the whole entire, because I wouldn't be able to sculpt everything digitally because I suck at that sort of stuff. But like, I can throw a form in a couple minutes, and the time it would take somebody a couple of hours to make the same form digitally, right? There's some power to the immediacy that you have with something, and if I can just 3D scan it, like, dude, that's kind of awesome, right? Look at that. That felt pretty good. But I think that would be really sick. And I could make it kind of funny, right? Like, if you ever played Earthbound, right? You know that game is kind of funny in the way, like, you'll fight like a homeless man, right? Or you'll fight like an angry old dude or something, right? Like, it's kind of like these funny... But I just had to freaking kill that pole, guys. Holy shit. I felt that one too. But I think it'd be really funny, right? Like, if you guys know that there's one of the people who's a famous person when I was younger. His name's Seth Rogen. He became like this potter, and he makes these like weed holder mugs. I don't know how I feel. I think they're kind of mid, but I mean, he's doing really well, and he loves pottery, and he definitely has probably inspired a lot of people to try pottery out. So it's all good things. So maybe I'm just being a hard ass, but the forums definitely are like just very, very marketable, if that makes sense. But I could have you like battle Seth Rogen in my pottery video game. Okay, I need to slow this down. Holy shit, guys. I'm getting so fucking good at that shit. I think I just go for it from here. This shape is like kind of like a hard shape to like just naturally get into, right? Okay. Dudes, look at it. I'm telling you guys, like, I'm really feeling the clay right now. Sorry, I was in like the total zone right there. Just want to make sure you're taking deep breaths. Sometimes you gotta make sure you're breathing. Yeah, like, especially when you're doing pottery. And it's almost like, I don't know, what is it when people say don't hold your breath? Or maybe like when you're nervous about something, like they always say like you want to keep breathing, right, so you don't pass out. Oh yeah, like when you get like an IV, they tell you to keep breathing, but I always freaking just pass out. And so, in pottery, it's that same thing. Like sometimes, during a tense moment, just take a big breath, right? Again, we have a good amount of stuff that we have on this outside here. Let's make them tall again. I'm feeling good about this, guys. But I don't know. I think the coding for a game like that could be done, right? And I think it'd be like a 3D retro game, if that makes sense, right? Like retro mechanics, but in a 3D way. I feel like that's kind of like a lot of my generation of games was like like the first stuff right out of the retro gaming, what is now defined as retro gaming, I guess. But there we go. But I think pottery, I mean, there's not a lot of pottery stuff, like media. So all of a sudden, could you imagine that's the thing I get famous for? The first pottery adventure video game. Like, man, that would actually be so sick. I hope I can do that one day. I really don't think the coding would be hard. It would just be really story centered and kind of all about the art in some way, right? That would take me so many years to finish, though. Seriously, I can't even think about it. If I was diligent, let's be serious about it for a second, right? Like, that's something that you guys should think about too, is like, when you have ideas that are kind of crazy, don't just write them off all of a sudden because they're too crazy. Like, really try to guess how long it would take you. So, for me to finish all the assets, quote unquote, right? Like all these ceramic stuff, probably take me. Here's this form, by the way, guys. It's really nice. Probably take me, I don't know. So the rest of this year, probably take me almost 2 years to finish all the assets. But that doesn't mean I can't work on the game during that time, you know. So 2 years to make all the assets. The coding, you know, if I sat down for a month and really fucking gave it the Boy Scouts, whatever that saying goes, like, the try, like really try it, I think I could get something. And especially now, how easy making these sort of things in Unreal Engine and stuff is, I think I really could do something. And there's not going to be a lot of character movement, whereas there's going to be more like a set movement. Maybe I do choices, right? Maybe it's a game that has choices. How many choices can I do from start one to the end of the game with 1,000 things? And maybe it's even more than 1,000, right? I could always do a small demo of the game, see how that works. But coding it, man, I don't know, dude. That seems like... Oh, this one's gonna tip over again, dude. Right in the corner of my eye. I freaking saw this one. Hey, get back in the middle there. I'm gonna just keep twisting it, right? So it really has this corkscrewed look, dude. Thing looks crazy. Okay, last one also. Man, this one's gonna... I gotta throw this one fast. But... that was really loud, by the way. I feel kind of bad. But, how many choices? Like, have you guys ever played, like one of the Choose Your Own Adventure games? Where you, like, make a choice and it tells you at the bottom of the page, based on your choice, to go to a different page. How many options do I have to do something like that? Man, I really think that has some cool potential, guys. I could use, like, modern day pottery people as, like, some of the characters, right? Like, I have this joke that I'm gonna have like creators beef with Florian Gatsby one day. Just because I think mine and his work are, like, on the opposite ends of the spectrum, right? But what if he's, like, the final villain or something, or, you know, and I could have, like, my friends in the game as like individuals, and maybe I could use like my memories to sort of give them a personality in the game and dictate like how they say something, right? Like I have a buddy who always says, right, like if you're gonna go be stupid, or go stupid all the way, right? Or if you're gonna do, kind of just that saying, like if you're gonna make a decision, just go all in on it, right? Like no, don't give it like a half see. Sometimes like work can die in the moments of not being, like if it's everything, it becomes that nothing sort of saying. And I think that's really true. Like if you have a little bit of everything in the piece, all of a sudden it will die. And so it's good to sort of have an opinion visually, right, within the work, right? But I could have him saying something in the game that could be so funny. Could be, I write a lot of stuff. I wrote a lot of memories down in a book I had to write for when I graduated, so actually I can't remember actually that much that I wrote. But I think I have enough like memories of any people, you know, I could talk to them and create a pretty synchronous, I think I invented that word, like synchronicity and harmonious. But it's so stupid. But yeah, it'll probably take me 2 years to finish the game. So I'm looking at maybe 5 years of development. That's realistic, you know. In my brain, I'd want to say I can do it in a year, right? But I know that's going to take a lot of time and a lot of effort. Cool, yes, we get some cool lines on here. Oh, kind of fucked these up a little bit, but I think it'll be okay. That was, seriously, I don't think that will ever get old for me, guys. That just feels so fresh. When I do that move right there, that spider pole, man. Like, I feel like I did something freaking, like I created that shit. Right? I know, like, people have done stuff like that, but, like, to make the form that I'm making it, I don't know. I feel like this could be a unique form. I'd be hard pressed to see. And what I mean by, like, it's not shape, because it's, like, shaped like a tree. So anything that's also sort of shaped like a tree or flower kind of gets lumped in with it. But, like, the process of twisting through that to make these exact forms, right? Like, oh my gosh. It just feels so amazing. And just imagine you could play a game and you see these trees in the background. Yeah, I think it'd be so funny. Alright. So I don't have a lot, so I'm gonna just Look at that, guys. But, yeah. I'm just doing that because I didn't have enough of that flange, you know? You gotta... Aw. I hope it wasn't recording for too long and I didn't notice. That happened last time and it was like so embarrassing. Okay. Dude, what if you guys didn't even get that poll and I was just talking about it? I cannot wait to see if that's the case. But yeah, this is the last one. So to talk with you guys. Why get this all set up here? But take the thumbnail. But yeah, I don't know. I feel like I have a very unique life, and so does everybody, right? But I think I can have a pretty unique statement on ceramics with the life that I've lived so far, right? I think I really have a cool opportunity to make something sick if I wanted. And could you imagine too if I make money? Like I always thought that in my life I would love to, make money making video games when I was a kid. And what if I do that and pottery is a thing that ran out of battery? Are you kidding me? Well, I need to be ready for this. I need to be ready. Fuck. I'm gonna go wash my hands so I can make it even faster. Dude, you guys are gonna have to stick with me through this one. You're gonna see the lengths that I go to get an image for my thumbnail right now. I feel like usually if this was to happen, the right thing to do is to go charge your freaking battery. Or just have 2 batteries, right? So if you want to avoid this, that's what you do, right? Now this is a tutorial video on how to not be a ceramic content creator. Man, it sounds kind of cringe saying that. Just a ceramic maker, right? Holy fuck. Okay, here we go. Yes! Look at that. Look at that. There we go. Alright guys, I think that's good. Look, the battery is actually staying charged. Alright, maybe I can give you guys a fist bump then too. Alright, thank you guys so much for watching. All the best. Strong mentality. Peace. It literally just died. I wonder if you can hear the beeping in my microphone. Alright, peace out guys.
It's not an exciting story, but I think a cool thing that happened to me, which I think a lot of people could relate to around here, is when I started college, and I didn't move out of my house or anything. I was a commuter student, but it was just cool to have that first taste of freedom, and it kind of just grew from there of just becoming your own person and being open to new ideas and new people and everything. It just a definite pivotal in the most literal sense, pivot in my moment, in my life. So I think that's a cool thing that happened to me. So that's it. That's about it.